Ipswich last season won the UEFA Cup, was second in the league and reached the semi-final of the FA Cup. The players' overriding feeling was one of disappointment. They intend to do even better, although that is quite a tall order. And it would be unreasonable to expect John Walk to get 36 goals again, in which case other players have to chip in with a few more. Alan Brazil, perhaps. He passed a late fitness test on a trapped nerve in his foot, but it is a bit of a gamble playing him today. Sunderland just missed relegation last season. They're without Barry Siddall, Sean Elliott and Stan Cummins, who are in America, and Ian Bowyer, who's injured. New manager Alan Durban put 6 players on the transfer list this week, so by no means could you call this a settled side. Number 11, Nick Pickering, is making his debut here. He almost joined Ipswich Town last March. And another 18-year-old, Ali McCoist, £350,000 from St Johnstone this week, comes out of part-time football, gets an immediate look at a higher level from the substitutes bench. Right, the referee here is systems analyst Colin Darney from Hounslow. Inevitably, it's a baking hot day, not a breath of wind out there, pitch in marvellous condition, and a new season kicks off. Ipswich, of course, in the darker shirts, although both sides have new designs. Pinstripes are in this season. Sunderland new manager, hardly a full-strength side. And this is the newcomer, Pickering, getting it in, but away by John Walk. Munro, the number 3 there, is a new signing by Alan Durban, brought from Stoke. Here's Munro again, bit of experience. Walk getting in there with a challenge, and it's a free kick to Sunderland. And that'll bring from the back Rob Hindmarch. Munro on this one, comfortably away by Arnold Muren, but there's only Brazil up there, and Clark gets his first touch, the Sunderland captain. He's been out for 15 months with a knee injury. Mills, who apparently had a slight fitness doubt before the game. But Ipswich fielding here, the side which won the UEFA Cup. McCall and Russell Osman. Room for Mills, but over goes Ritchie. Terry Butcher. Nicely driven wide to McCall. It's got Muren on the left touchline. Gates going forward. Well cut out though by Clark. Muren recovering. In holiday mood here, the Ipswich crowd, but a lot of Sunderland supporters too. Muren being well picked up though by Buckley, and Ritchie almost in there. Clark, in goes Walk, Brazil racing, no real trouble for goalkeeper Chris Turner. Interesting to see how Brazil lasts the pace here. Hasn't really done any proper training the last couple of weeks. Butcher with Brown. Good header. Chisholm wins that one, and Hinnigan forward to Buckley. Good control, but the pass not quite so good. It was asking a lot. Not a lot of room for either side in midfield. Here's a bit for Walk. Hinnigan straight to Muren. Butcher forward. Brazil chasing. Brazil's going to get in there. And the goalkeeper held well. Took a bit of a bungling. Now, I'm not sure how much the sun troubled the defender as that ball came down. But Brazil was certainly in there, and the goalkeeper held well. So much movement up front around for Ipswich at the moment. The marking is very tight. Brazil is moving across the face of the box. Nice touch, and Mariner puts him in. And again the goalkeeper was shot. Great play between Brazil and Paul Mariner. Brazil looking for the cross. Nice touch by Mariner, and Brazil almost there. McCall. Fine ball to Mills. Gates filling the gap, but Clark is there first. Osman leaping. Ritchie. Raul getting forward. He's quick, but I don't know whether he's that quick. Nice play by Mills. Mariner chasing this one, and Mariner's going to get in there. Mariner, oh, not once, but twice. Amazing bad luck. That was straight from one goalkeeper to the other, and Mariner so desperately unlucky. Mariner in on this one like a whippet when there was slight hesitation. Beautifully judged header off the bar, a volley, and again. Amazing. Buckley. Straight though to Steve McCall. Finding Gates. Lovely turn and away from Gary Rowell. There goes Brazil. He's not offside. Mariner takes it away from him. And the fullback Hinnigan just got the challenge in, and it was very necessary. Well, a lot of the Sunderland players there looking for offside as Gates puts the ball forward. Good run by Brazil. Mariner takes it off him, but excellent covering by Hinnigan. Corner then with Muren swinging it in, and Tyson volleying. Walk, great save. Nicely hit shot because there was no run at that. Well, that was quick stuff by Ipswich. Tyson didn't hit his shot at all cleanly, but in and around the penalty area you can always rely on John Walk to have a go. And good goalkeeping. Munro and Pickering out there using Gary Rowell. Forward goes Buckley. Muren's with him. Well, the desperate need to keep possession. Put Ipswich in a bit of danger. And indeed there's a free kick there. Perhaps a bit unwise there by Ipswich to try and be too constructive. Led to a bit of rashness and a free kick. With Hinnigan pushing up. And Hindmarch, the big number 6. And inevitably Ritchie's on his way in. Ritchie's there. Oh, it's a good touch. Tom Ritchie. A perfectly worked move. The big fella beginning the run in of a series of tall guys, and that was a lovely touch. Perfectly worked. In comes Ritchie. Nice touch, and the goalkeeper didn't have much chance. So Tom Ritchie, 4 goals in 15 games at the end of last season, opens the account for Sunderland, and that's a very, very important goal after they'd sustained so much pressure. Sunderland marking tight in midfield. Walk has got into the area once or twice, but he's found that sort of problem a lot as the first half ends on either note of triumph at the moment for Sunderland. They're leading by 1 goal to 0. Well, Ipswich got a wonderful reception here at Portman Road at the start of the second half when they came out. 45 years ago to the day they began as a professional football club. Well, before the time of most of the players here, but they'll be hoping to celebrate the start of the season with a better result than it stands at the moment, with Sunderland leading by that 1 shot goal by Tom Ritchie. Perhaps a question or two about the marking at half-time by Bobby Robson, and perhaps some of the finishing. Ritchie and Butcher. Ritchie trying one, blocked by Osman. Here's Hinnigan. In for Rowell. He didn't get a touch though, and it was panicked away really. They're rocking a little bit, surprisingly. That ball came at him very fast though, when he was expecting a flick onto somebody else. It's a throw-in anyhow. Over McCall's head to Ritchie. Oh, there's a bit of support here, and he put it straight in! Well, they were wide open for that. Buckley getting a gift really, although he did take it well. From the throw-in, Ritchie really shouldn't have been allowed to turn that one into Buckley's path. Tons of room and time for him, not much of an angle, but Mick Buckley puts that one in very, very confidently. 2-0 to Sunderland, and a real mountain now for Ipswich to climb. Sunderland, to begin with anyhow, were labelled as cannon fodder here, but it's very different now. Well, that was well worked by Mick Buckley from the throw and then the return, but he can't really be expected to get that much freedom all the time. But 10 minutes now into the second half, and Sunderland leading 2-0. And Buckley getting up again. Over to Hinnigan, blocked this time by John Walk, and a free kick now. Well, from the moment Ritchie scored that goal just before half-time, Sunderland's confidence blossomed, and they've looked the better side in the second half, certainly. Mariner turning, but not for too long. Now Murin might be able to pull one back. Up goes Walk. And John Walk is in business again. That's the sort of boost Ipswich desperately needed so soon after Buckley's goal. Once the ball had got down to the left foot of Arnold Murin on the left-hand side, Sunderland were in a bit of trouble. It was a very good cross, two fellas leaping for it. Walk in there strongly, and Ipswich are coming back. Well, that might put a little bit more confidence into the Ipswich side, which had drained a little bit, but John Walk, so desperate to score early this season, has got into the act fast. And they're both onside, Brazil and Mariner. Brazil should be able to get into a telling area. Not telling enough. Good catching by Turner once more, but it looks at the moment as if the game is wide open. This time the offside trap didn't work. Now Brazil is looking to lay one across the face of the goal to Murin coming in. He doesn't make it. Brown got a touch on, although he won't be in this game for much longer. Osman clears and out, and now the substitution, and a moment to remember for Ali McCoist, the 18-year-old from St Johnstone, comes out of part-time football into the First Division. Off comes Brown, who's got a strapping on his calf and has been limping most of this half. So for McCoist, the young Scot, a lot of clubs competed for his services. Here he comes into the Sunderland side. It didn't look like a useful throw either. Gates getting in here, nice turn away from Buckley. Now he's got support on the left and through the middle, but Mariner just offside. McCoist inevitably straight up front. McCoist going for this. Oh, a nice touch, Buckley. Oh, what a start for Not for Buckley, but for McCoist. And it's 3-1 to Sunderland. Well, what an amazing bit of play by the 18-year-old making his debut. Chasing this long ball, he was acting as a support player here. Now, keep an eye open for number 12 racing down the middle. He's not going to get the ball here, but he does now. And a lovely touch to Buckley, and that was a simple task, and he just rolls it in. So 3-1 for Sunderland, another one for Buckley, and a great introduction to First Division football for McCoist. Brazil. And Sunderland singing again. Gates. And Ipswich come back again. Well, he was well beaten there. He wasn't expecting a snapshot like that. And within seconds of Sunderland getting their third, Ipswich reply once more. Gates had 2 attempts, then drives it in here through the ruck. And that was a cracker. 3-2 now. Eric Gates opens his account. He reckons with 14 goals last season that wasn't enough. I'm not sure why, but he started well now. And we've really got a ball game here. There goes Mariner forward into the gully. Mills is supporting him here, but he needs somebody else, and he finds Tyson now. But Sunderland protecting the goal, but Steve McCall might try one. Oh, he hit the bar, Gates! Oh, and then the goalkeeper. That's the 3rd time Ipswich have hit the bar. That was a terrific shot by Steve McCall, dipping really over the goalkeeper. And then Gates had no time. He hit it well, but the goalkeeper did a good job too. Given away ready to McCoist. He's got a lot of quality, but he hasn't got quite enough to beat Russell Osman there. Forward goes Brazil, he's onside. Knocking it back for Gates. In for Brazil. Oh, he misses. Alan Brazil. Again, the challenge of the Russian goalkeeper obviously made the angle so much smaller, but really, if you're hoping to get named into the Scotland squad this weekend, you should put those in. Walk wins that, and Mills is in here. Tyson, pursued by Gary Rowell. Room for McCall. Muren going wide. Hard one for Mariner, it wasn't good enough, and makes it easy for Clark. McCall cuts out. Buckley and Muren. Good play by Arnold Muren. Now they're looking smoother. Can they get into a penetrating area? Walk, Brazil! Well, they could, but again, the pressure on him was so tight, on his right foot. But once more, those half chances go begging. That was smooth build-up, then the longer ball forward, and the touch on by Walk to Brazil. He's only got one chance, and it's wide. Room here now for Pickering to build up something for Sunderland. Not for long though. Muren under pressure from Rowell. Walk. McCall gets by Buckley. There's only 10 minutes left though, and Ipswich are trailing by 3-2. And Sunderland, of course, now getting a lot of players back, all except 2 behind the ball. Gates to Muren on the right-hand side for a bit. Walk hooks on, Gates! That was lovely stuff. Sunderland stood back and said, all right, come on, show us what you can do, and they did. That was really clever stuff. Arnold Muren in here, lovely touch on by Walk, and immediate reaction by Gates. So it's 3-3 with just less than 10 minutes to go, and it's 2 goals now for Eric Gates. Mills picking that one up from Gary Rowell. In for Gates, going for the hat-trick. And that's a foul, but it's outside the area. And it's going to be a booking. Gates was away there, certainly. Whether he could have turned it into the net is a different matter. But Turner, quite obviously going to be booked. He's come off his line very, very fast on a few occasions, and he certainly did it this time, but not within the letter of the law. Now then, we've got Russell Osman square of these 3 players who are actually on the ball, with perhaps a better angle. We've got Gates. Here's Russell Osman. And blocked again, this time by Chisholm. And Chisholm boots it away, but there's only Cooper in this half. Referee has checked his watch. We've had a minute and a half of injury time. We've got the hind march clearing here as the referee blows the whistle for the end of some great entertainment. Final score is Ipswich 3, Sunderland 3.